Hello, welcome to the weekend preview here on TSFP, the Spanish football podcast YouTube channel. I'm Phil.
I'm trying not
Sid.
to laugh, you know why? Just because it's funny. Everything's funny. Life is funny.
Life is funny to Sid. Is Matchday 21 going to be funny in La Liga for City? The Friday night game is Osasuna against Levante. Osasuna pretty strong at home against Levante. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this.
Yeah, Osasuna really tailed off a bit, and last weekend they racked up 21 shots and couldn't score. But Jimmy came on to rescue them in the cup in midweek.
Yes.
So here's one for you. A new hashtag. Always watch Chimi Avila.
Okay, I thought you were going to say always watch Osasuna, which I'm not buying into. But yeah, Chimi Avila
always watch him.
Is definitely worth watching. First game on Saturday, Espanyol against Athletic Club. They haven't won at home all season, Espanyol, but they won away last weekend against Villarreal. Could they get their first win at home?
3 wins now with Abelardo. 3 games without a defeat with Abelardo. 1 draw, of course, against Barcelona. And they've gone big in the transfer market.
Right,
really.
Did they lose in the cup?
Did they lose in the cup?
Yeah, they lost to Real Sociedad.
They won
in the cup.
the previous game in the cup. Oh, good point. Yeah, very, very true.
Gosh.
All right, until this week, they look very different. They've gone very, very big in the transfer market. R.T. Hang on, how many dots did I put in there? Was that enough dots?
That was enough dots.
I mean, R with lots of dots. He's obviously already scored. They've bought Leandro Cabrera from Getafe. There's a real sense now that they're going to do everything they can to avoid relegation. And you know what? I'm starting to believe they might be able to.
Yes, they're still bottom, but they would move off the bottom with a win against the Athletic. Then the big fixture of the weekend at Mestalla at 4 o'clock on Saturday. It's Valencia against Barcelona. Both sides looking to bounce back from disappointing recent fixtures. Valencia were thrashed 4-1 by Mallorca last weekend, and Barcelona in midweek against Ibiza did not look good at all.
No, they didn't. And obviously this is also partly about, the weird thing at the moment with Barcelona, certainly these first 2 games, and maybe even this game at Valencia, is it's not just judgment about result, it's about how.
Yeah.
So what are we trying to see in terms of the shift? Obviously we saw with Setien in the first game, a massive shift towards possession, a massive shift towards control, which maybe takes some of the directness out of their game and some of the creativity, but probably gives them more defensive protection, if you like, with the ball, if not necessarily with the defensive line. But away at Mestalla is a big deal. It's a much, much more serious test, and I'm not at all sure how this goes.
Alaves against Villarreal is the next game on Saturday. Villarreal side who lost last time out.
Yeah, Villarreal, who'd beaten the 3 teams that are up against them for a European place. It was Getafe, Sevilla, and then Real Sociedad. Then they go and play Espanyol and lose away at Mendizorroza. I don't know about you, it feels like the kind of game that Villarreal don't win. What do you think?
Yep. Saturday night, you've got an Andalusian derby.
Which one?
Sevilla against Granada.
Okay.
Yes.
Not the most exciting one then.
No.
Sevilla, what do we make of Sevilla? Are they for real? By the way, Enesiri had a really great chance at the Bernabeu. With continuity, will he play? Will he play well? I think he might have a part to play,
Well, they signed a striker. We've been saying they need a striker. If they had a striker...
But just at that point, De Jong starts playing well. Scores twice at the Bernabeu. Obviously, one ruled out and the other one probably should have been ruled out. Yeah. But he did score twice.
All right, on Sunday, then we've got another local derby at the Wanda. It's Atletico Madrid against Leganés. Leganés, who desperately needs something out of this game, but probably won't get it.
You know what? About 2 weeks ago, I thought, yeah, Leganés are going to do this. And right now, and I hate to say this, and I'm sorry, cucumbers, it does feel like it's not going to happen. The loss of Enesiri is massive. I think emotionally what that did for them as much as anything else. I'm very, very pessimistic about them now. I wish I wasn't, but I am.
Atletico Madrid, who lost last weekend against Eibar, first ever defeat for them against Eibar in La Liga. Eibar, who travelled to Celta Vigo this Sunday. It's a big game for both sides, who are struggling at the wrong side of the table. Yeah,
I mean, obviously it's a bit more desperate for Celta because they're the lower of the 2 teams, and you feel that with that win from last weekend, Eibar should kind of pull away from it. But I don't think it's a foregone conclusion at all. I'm still yet to really fully decide what I think Celta are. Like all the way through the season, at no point has there been a moment where you thought, okay, I know what they're about now. And the arrival of Oscar Garcia, I think, has shifted the balance of the way that they play, but we're yet to see really good results. Although they did play reasonably well at times last week against Athletic. At times, it wasn't a 90-minute performance, was it?
Are you going to Getafe?
Yes.
They're playing Real Betis.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think Betis will beat them. I think Betis have found their feet.
Oh, wow.
I think... Did I just say that Getafe would lose at home?
Yeah.
That's quite bold, isn't it?
That's quite bold.
Yeah, I'm now backtracking furiously. Will they really win at Getafe?
All right, well, stay tuned. We'll find out this weekend. Real Sociedad against Mallorca. Mallorca, who had that incredible win against Valencia out of nowhere.
I mean, genuinely incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible in the literal sense of the word. It was not credible. It
Yes.
was unbelievable. You put the telly on and thought, hang on, this cannot be happening.
Yeah.
But it did.
Yes, and we'll see if they can produce another, what would be incredible result and win
Yeah.
against Real Sociedad. Final game is Valladolid against Real Madrid. You don't have time to get to that
Yes,
one,
I
do you?
do.
Are you going?
I'm doing
Are you?
a hat trick on Sunday.
Oh wow! Are you really? You're dashing to Valladolid.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very impressive. Wrap up. It's going to be freezing.
It's going to be very, very cold. I can take my blanket again.
Yes.
I took it to Salamanca in midweek. I can take it to Valladolid that
It
week.
kept you warm.
Didn't do a great job, to be fair.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. Valladolid against Real Madrid. Valladolid, not a great side to watch in terms of aesthetic beauty.
In truth, they are not. They're one of those teams that there's not a huge amount about them. You sort of feel like they're a bit too good to go down, but you don't feel like they're quite good enough to ever be fully out of that fight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about you. I feel like they're going to finish in the last place before the relegation zone, but not actually finishing it.
Okay. This could be a chance for Real Madrid. Obviously, Barcelona with a really difficult game away at Valencia. Real Madrid away to not brilliant Valladolid side, so it's a chance for them to maybe open up a gap at the top of the table. It's Matchday 21. We'll talk about it all on our podcast on Monday, so make sure you join us then.